Shadowhunters, Blood Ties. Chapter 7, Limbo and Liberty.
A week has passed since the Shadowhunters of the New York Institute had learned about what the 9 gates really were. Every minute was spent trying to find the earthy locations of them. If you were not on patrol, eating, or sleeping, you were in the library reading through book after book. Simon sits behind an old oak desk, and a surprisingly large computer sits atop it. This is where Simon has been for the last 3 days. Simon looked like crap. His hair was messier than normal, and he had dark rings under his eyes, an energy rune burned on his right arm. Isabel walks in and looks at her husband and lets out a heavy-hearted sigh. "Simon, why are you still here? You have to sleep," she barks. Simon slowly looks up at her, his eyes red from staring at a computer screen. "Is there any word from the other? Have we learned anything?" he asks. Isabel shakes her head slowly. "Okay, then that is why I am still here researching everything I can think of," he adds. Isabel sighs and walks out of the library. Out of one of the back rafters walks Mikhail. Mikhail was one of the newest members of the Institute, and like Simon, he was once a mundane. "You know, dude, she is right. Some sleep would not hurt you," he says. "Look, I just put on an energy rune, and with my parabatai getting sleep, I am doing just fine," Simon snaps. Wow, chill, man. I am not looking for a fight with the great Simon Lovelace," Mikhail says, throwing up his arms. "Simon was a hero to most mundane that went to the academy and became Shadowhunters. Before he was even a Shadowhunter, Simon Lovelace, or better now back then, as Simon Lewis was a mundane. That's what the shadow world called normal humans. Simon was later bitten and became a vampire, and would go on to give up his immortal life to help save the world and his friends. Even with no memory of doing all that, he joined the Shadowhunter Academy and became a full Shadowhunter. He was a legend to all that attend the academy. Look, dude, I get it. You want to help your friend, but man, running yourself to the ground is not going to help. You need to get out of here for a few hours." Mikhail says, shocked he was being the voice of reason. Simon slowly looks up at him with an evil smirk on his face. "You're right. Meet me at the doors in 5 and grab your parabatai. You're going to need her," Simon says and darts out of the room. "Oh man, what did I just get myself into?" Mikhail asks, with a baffled look on his face.
Hey Usopp, what you listening to?
Huh? Oh, this? It's the Author's Crown YouTube channel.
Oh man, that sounds cool. Is he a pirate like us?
No, he's a writer who makes up cool crossover stories we never knew we needed.
Oh, really? What kind of stuff does he cross over?
He crosses over stuff like Power Rangers and Friday the 13th. That one is kind of scary, but still really good.
Whoa, that sounds amazing. Where can I listen to this guy at?
You can find the Author's Crown on YouTube. Just search for his channel and dive into those awesome crossover stories.
Check out Author's Crown on YouTube for incredible crossover stories that will blow your mind. Don't miss out on all the fun. Subscribe now.
"45 minutes later, a fully geared up Angelique and Mikhail stand at the main doors. Down the stairs walk Clary and Simon with Jace and Alec. What's going on?" Angelique asks. "This mission needs parabatai only," Simon replies. "Where are we headed?" Jace asks. "A lady really needs help," Simon quips. The group all exchange looks as Simon headed out the door. The others follow suit and head outside and down to an all-black van. "Is it me, or does that scream rape van?" Mikhail whispers to Angelique. "You do know our hearing rune are on, right?" Alec asks. Mikhail drops his head. "It's okay. The van has been marked so no mundanes can see it," Simon tells them. Everyone gets in the van with Simon driving, Clary in shotgun. Simon drives them to Ellis Island and parks the van. Like Simon said, no one saw the van or them. "The unseen rune totally freaks me out sometime," Angelique says shyly. "Don't feel bad. For a long time it did for me too," Clary says, laying her hand on Angelique's shoulder. "Simon, are we going to the Statue of Liberty?" Jace inquires. Simon nods and heads on to the ferry. As he does, his bow scrapes a lady's skirt. She spins around and slaps the man that was standing behind her. "Back off, pervert!" she snaps. Mikhail and Jace have to stifle a laugh.
Naruto. Did you hear about that new podcast?
What new podcast, Asu?
It's called the Tiger Nexus Podcast, run by Tai Tiger.
Hold on. I know that name. He's the guy behind Tiger Tales on YouTube, right?
Yep, that's right. And now he's launched his own podcast where he interviews content creators and nerds of all kinds.
No way, that sounds so cool. What's the name of the podcast again?
The Tiger Nexus Podcast. You can find it on all major podcast platforms.
Hold up, he's had Cosplay Dude 637 on there? That's amazing!
I know, right? He's also interviewed A-Crown, Mark the Red Corners Ranger, and many others.
I am totally subscribing to the Tiger Nexus podcast. I don't want to miss anything.
Tune into the Tiger Nexus Podcast by Tai Tiger for fascinating interviews with your favorite content creators and nerds. Find it wherever you get your podcasts. Don't miss out.
"25 minutes later, the Shadowhunters were stepping onto Liberty Island. As the tour group split off and headed into the statue, our motley crew of Shadowhunters made their way into the Liberty Island sculpture garden. "Why are we over here? I thought we were going to the Statue of Liberty," Mikhail inquires. Simon says nothing, already scanning the statues in the garden. Jace just shrugs. "Just go with it, man. Nerd boy's on a mission, it seems." "Jace, be nice," Clary retorts. "But what are we doing here, Simon?" she adds. "Looking for a tree," Simon says. Everyone glances around. The garden is full of trees. "Simon, we need a bit more to go on," Mikhail says. "What do you all know about the history of this island?" Simon asks. "It's the hub of freedom to the world," Clary answers. "It's one of the most political monuments there is," Angelique adds. "You're not wrong," Simon says, "but you need to stop thinking of this island as just the home of the Statue of Liberty. This island was here long before the statue." "So then, what was it before the statue was built?" Alec asks. Simon smirks, a gleam in his eyes. "It was a Shadowhunter stronghold. Jonathan Shadowhunter himself created a secret order of Shadowhunters, a hidden society known as the Gatekeepers." "Gatekeepers, really? So is there a Keymaster?" Mikhail snickers. Simon grins wide and laughs, as do Clary and Angelique. Alec and Jace exchange confused looks. "Don't tell me you guys don't know about Ghostbusters," Simon says, looking between them. "What now?" Alec asks. "Never mind. The point is, this group of Shadowhunters' job was to keep the gates to hell sealed. Later, the Statue of Liberty was added to help combat the dark energy threatening the world." Simon resumes searching. "Hold on, I thought the Statue of Liberty was a gift to the USA, Mikhail says. "Oh, it was," Simon replies, "but it was the Gatekeeper's idea to place it on this island." He suddenly runs over to an ancient oak tree. "This is it," pulling out his steely. "How do you know?" Clary asks. Simon puts on his best old man voice. "The oldest oak of Liberty will hold the key to the way to the first gate of hell." He draws an angelic rune on the tree. There's a loud crack, and a 3x3 foot patch of grass slides open, revealing a stone stairway. Everyone exchanges shocked looks. "Okay, Jace, you lead the way. Then Clary, Mikhail, Angelique, Simon, and I will bring up the rear," Alec orders. The others nod and descend the stairway. As the team moves downward, torches flare to life by some kind of magic. The air is old and stale, but there's one strange odor gnawing at Jace. He can't place it, and he doesn't like not knowing, not when so many lives are on the line. "Hey, Sai, this place got any traps we should know about?" Jace calls back, eyes scanning the shadows ahead. "Man, I don't know. I just found the way in. I have no clue what's down here," Simon shouts back. Without even seeing his parabatized face, Jace can feel Alec's worry spike at this news. What had they just walked into? The Shadowhunters of old built this place, and they weren't exactly known for their hospitality. Jace throws his left fist into the air. Everyone freezes. He draws one of his seraph blades and whispers its name. Adriel. The blade bursts into life, glowing with burning white light. They are not alone. Jace knows it. Alec has his bow out with an arrow knocked the instant Jace gives the signal to stop. He can feel the tension radiating from his parabatai. The light from Jace's blade briefly blinds him as he scans the room at the end of the stairway. Jace steps slowly into the large square chamber. Every instinct tells him danger lurks here. The rational part of him says to get the others out, but the part that loves the hunt and the thrill of a fight wins again. As soon as he reaches the center of the room, a blinding purple light erupts and demon dogs surround him. Well, shit, he mutters.